Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and in this video, I want to talk about the 12 houses and the planets in astrology, because I recently got my natal chart done, and understanding the houses and the planets helped me a lot to understand my natal chart. So stay tuned. As some of you know, at the end of September, I went to Henderson, Nevada to visit my grandpa for 7 days. And while I was there, I was able to meet his friend Matt, who is a medium and a professional astrologer. In fact, I've talked about Matt's work in the past in all of my Notes from Heaven videos. During my appointment with Matt the astrologer, he gave me my natal chart, which just looks like a bunch of symbols and lines all within a circle. It looks very confusing and foreign if you are not familiar with the natal chart and the information that it can provide to you. So Matt went over my natal chart with me and gave me a lot of insight into my own psychological drives and basically my personality. And so I wanted to learn more about astrology after receiving my natal chart, basically so that I could understand myself even deeper based on the information that I had received. A natal chart, also known as a birth chart, is a diagram that shows the positions of the planets and stars at the moment of a person's birth. It's calculated using the exact time, date, and location of the birth. Natal charts are used in astrology to gain insight into a person's life path and personality. The chart is divided into 12 houses and 12 zodiac signs, and each planet falls into both a house and a sign. The houses represent different areas of life, such as home, work, and relationships. The planets' positions in the houses are said to indicate where a person stores their energy, as well as their strengths and weaknesses. After learning what a natal chart is, I realized that if you have a deeper understanding of the 12 houses, as well as the planets, then you will have a better understanding of your entire natal chart. So in this video, I just want to go over the planets and their influence, as well as the 12 houses. The planets represent the psychological drives, your urges and fundamentals, and basically like the different types of personality. And when it comes to the planets, whatever zodiac sign that the planet is in on your natal chart will indicate the energy that is working through that planet's personality type. I just want to start by going over each of the planets in astrology and the psychological drives behind each of those planets. The sun is about your inner purpose, inner drive, and energy. It is the source of will and self-motivation. The sun will indicate your confidence, strength, individuality, and creativity. The moon is about how you express your purpose in your everyday activities through your emotions, attitudes, habits, and general moods. So it's all about how you adapt to your environment and is a very feminine energy connected to the mother. Mercury is a planet all about communication, reason, and logic. So this is about the concrete and the conscious mind. So this will show you how and where you communicate and assimilate the results of your relationships. The planet Venus is about your capacity to love as well as your values. Venus will show you your attitudes and needs when it comes to love. And it'll show you what you value the most and what you attract to yourself. Venus is about refinement and sometimes even about money gained or lost. The planet Mars is a planet all about courage and desire. So Mars is about the ability to take action on your desires and to have the courage to take those actions. And it's about your aggressive drives. It shows how you go after your values and survival. And the planet Jupiter is the planet of expansion. This is a planet of optimism, confidence, and pride. So this planet will be about your personal expansion process and how that works out in your life. The planet Saturn is all about fears, obstruction, and limitations. This is a father energy. So the planet Saturn is about where you learn to operate within those limitations of society. The planet Uranus is about inner individuality and uniqueness. This planet shows intuition and creativity and is expressed as inspiration or rebellion. So this is like Uranus could also represent where you are breaking through society structures so that you can become independent and original. The planet Neptune is about idealism and illusion. So this is about where your spiritual vision and your creative imagination and psychic ability lead you, which is beyond the material. So it's about glamour and illusion and negativity. The planet Pluto is about society and power. It's about the compulsive forces and unconscious nature that bring about great transformations. And the planet of Pluto is also going to express your ability to organize and deal with society and power. Another thing that your natal chart will show you is basically the position of each and every planet at the exact time of your birth. So that is where these 12 houses come in. And it's going to show whatever the position of the planet is on the natal chart will show exactly what area of life experience that the energy of that planet is going to affect the most in your life. So the planets are important as well as the houses. So let's go ahead and go over these 12 houses so that you have a better understanding of the life experience that is expressing through these houses. The first house, which is also known as the rising sign, is all about your personal appearance and your immediate environment. The first house is how you present yourself and how others see you. So this can be affecting your early environmental influences, your physical appearance, and your self-awareness. The second house is all about your self-worth and your orientation towards the material world. It's about your values, feelings, self-worth, and talents. This can also express heredity, social privileges, and cultural background. This can also be about your possessions, security, and your earning ability when it comes to money. The third house is your integration of basic experience and your ability to learn. So this is all about connecting to your immediate environment and communication. So it's about the intellect and the lower education. The fourth house is about your home and family. So this is the emotional home and nurturing, especially by the mother. And this is all about family roots and foundation that supports you in your activities. So this is also about your affairs at the end of life. The fifth house is about children, romance, and creative expression. So the fifth house is about your love affairs and romantic attachments. But it's also about self-expression, creativity, art, and drama. This house is also about your pleasure and play. The sixth house is about work and health. So this is all about being of service and your willingness and devotion to that service. This is also where you can improve. So this could be about discipline and habits and all of those types of things as well. The seventh house is the one on relationships, like marriage and partnerships. So the seventh house will be the house that is all about friendships, partnerships, marriage, as well as individuality, but mostly relationships. This house is also ruling contracts, partnerships, and lower courts and law. The eighth house is about community resources, sex, ultimate issues, and financial institutions. So the eighth house is all about secrets, ritual, and the occult, as well as power. This can be about death and regeneration. It can be about sexual activity, shared assets, finances, legacies, and the wills. The ninth house is about foreign travel, higher education, ethics, and legal principles. So this ninth house is the intellectual framework for the expanded consciousness and the higher mind. It could be about distant travel, philosophy, religion, teaching, and higher education. The 10th house is about career and social standing. So this one's about your career, your reputation, and professional achievements. The 10th house is about your moral condition, the direction you take in your life goals. This is about your prestige and position in life. The 11th house rules the friends and the higher aims in life. So this is, where you would find how, the like-minded people and similar interests to achieve ideal hopes. So this is all about joint activities, group expression, your social life, and friends. And then we have the 12th house, which is the unconscious and social institutions. So the 12th house is about karma and the results of past acts. The 12th house is also ruling the hidden supports and limits, as well as the institutions and inner social conflicts that take place. On my natal chart, you might notice that it has a lot leaning on the left side of the chart. And I also have some houses that are empty. So there were no particular planets within some of these houses on my natal chart. So if you have a planet in a house on your natal chart, that just means that that planet's traits and themes are basically infused into that house's life area, right? So it's not a bad thing if you don't have a planet in a particular house. If it's empty, it just means that you may not have the energy of a specific planet infused into that area of life. So, for instance, if you look at my natal chart, my 5th house is empty. And so having no planets in the 5th house doesn't mean that, I don't put myself out there for other people, or don't have romance in my life. So what it likely means is that I don't have an anchor or a barrier that keeps me from tapping into my pleasure centers. So basically, if I want to have fun, I just go out and do it. My chart is a little lopsided, more to the left side of the chart, like I mentioned earlier. So out of the 10 planets, I had 3 planets in my 12th house. And I also had 3 planets in my 1st house. So 6 out of the 10 planets are taking up only 2 of the 12 houses. So as a rundown of the houses and the planets in astrology, the planets represent psychological urges, the fundamental aspects and types of personality. The house position of a planet shows where your consciousness is focused. It's where the action is. The sign a planet is in will indicate the energy that is working through that planet's personality type. A thorough knowledge of the planets and their natures is the most essential part of astrology. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. So if you liked this video, don't forget to click that like button. And of course, if you're a viewer but not yet a subscriber, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And once you have subscribed, you could turn on the notifications bell if you want to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.